Live.
Yep, we are. So, hello for Wellness Wednesday. Robin and Kim here. We want to chat today because this is a big day. This is National Women's Health and Fitness Day, and it's always right?
I
Woo!
like it.
Show us your guns.
It's
Um,
my favorite.
and so it's always, this day is actually always the fourth Wednesday of September. So it happened to be today. So that worked out really well. So Robin's going to talk about the theme of what it means for this year. And then we're going to continue. We're going to dive into that. Go ahead, Robin.
Yes. So here is the theme for 2024: empowering women. I like it. Cultivating health, celebrating voices, wellness, and resilience.
Hmm.
And so I think these are amazing.
Uh-oh. We
I
broke
told Kim I don't have a lot to say because I feel like Kim and I we talk until we're blue in the face. So this is what I want to say
By the way,
about empowering. Yeah.
it's National Blue Day
Oh,
because we're both wearing blue.
oh, yeah.
Said blue in the
Here's
face.
what I want to say about empowering women. I want to empower women to put themselves first and to really invest in themselves and not give up. It is not easy. It's not easy to find time for yourself. It's not easy to exercise. It's not easy to eat healthy, right? And people give up too easily because it's not easy. But if you get yourself into a groove or a consistency, it is easy. You just have to take the steps and make yourself do it and make yourself a priority. I am off of my soapbox, and Kim, take it away.
Yeah, and I just want to add on to that, like, what is your hard for today? And if you find it hard to exercise, hard to eat right, think about though how much harder illness will be later on if you
Right.
don't exercise, if you don't eat right. So that's
And can I
just
say one more thing to that since you
start.
brought that up?
Sure.
I had a new girl in my class, and she's struggling because she's just getting back into fitness. And today after class, she's just like, it's just, she said, the pandemic, she said, I quit working out. I'm just now coming back and getting to it. And she said, I don't know. She said, it is just so hard. I, I'm having a hard time getting this back. She just started back a couple weeks ago, right? It takes, I mean, think about 2020. It's 2024. That's 4 years. It takes more than 4 visits to the gym or 4 good meals to get yourself back on track. We don't, as women, we don't give ourselves a break. We
Right.
don't give ourselves a break. We expect, just to get right back at it like everything else that we do. And it doesn't work that way. So you have to be consistent and get yourself in a flow and give yourself a break.
Yep.
So
No,
go ahead.
I
I'm
totally
sorry.
agree.
That just
No,
prompted that
yeah.
because that happened today after my class. So
Yeah, yeah, it does. But it's never too late to start either. Never too late to get
no,
back into it. And don't ever think it's too late and your life is over. No, you've probably got 20, 30 good
right.
years left. Why not make them the best that you can? So,
Exactly.
yeah. So number two is cultivating health. And for me, like that's like developing those good habits to take care of yourself. And I find reading labels is huge. There are so many toxins in our food system and in our skin cares, in our environment, in scents and smells and fragrances. And so I become an avid researcher on toxins and how to avoid them. And I think that helps to cultivate good health. So reading labels is good, especially as we are in the third chapter of our lives. I mean, we're postmenopausal and we already got the deck stacked against us. So how do we unstack that deck, so to speak? And that means, creating those good habits and stuff and creating the things that you will know will benefit you. And I feel like that's reading labels, food labels, reading your skincare labels, all that stuff plays a big part in furthering your own health and making your health a success and not a disaster. So,
And going along with that too is like doing your regularly scheduled doctor visits and things. I mean, getting your lab work done.
right.
Um, you will find that if you start reading your labels and you start eating correctly, if you watch your labs, they change and they get
Yes.
better. And that's
Yep.
really important as we age because, like Kim said, you know, we're already set up to fail as you're starting to get older. And I've seen it. I've had people, clients, send me messages and say, "Oh my God, I cannot believe how good my numbers are since I started, you know, eating right and doing the
Oh,
things that you said and being consistent." So yeah.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. Do you want to do number 3, celebrating voices?
Celebrating voices. So you know, Me Too came along.
Mm,
That's one way of celebrating voices. Another way is, I feel, is uplifting other women and celebrating other women instead of putting other women down.
yeah.
I am, listen, in high school, I hung around the guys because it was just easier, you know, because high school was hard. And then you become an adult and you think you're like, you know, building this camaraderie with these women, and you find out like some of those women are still in high school and they're not very nice either. So I, you know, like Kim, this is why Kim is one of my very best friends, because we celebrate one another.
Yeah.
We're happy for each other when one does something amazing, and I'm with that with so many of my friends. And then I know, Kim, you also talked about voicing, as
Yeah.
far as like what
Right.
we're going through or what
Well,
we've been through.
yeah. And it's listening to, women are finally getting listened to in the menopause space. And our voices are finally being heard because we've been made invisible and thinking, okay, well, this is what your life is like. No matter you have all these symptoms you're dealing with, and you're like, well, finally we're getting people listening to us, and there's a big outcry of, like, women need help in this stage of our lives,
Yeah.
and we're not made to suffer. We're not meant to suffer. We're not meant to
No.
suffer, and that's a big thing that I'm finding out. That our women are finally being heard and listened to. And ever since the 2001 Women's Health Initiative that, blasted HRT causing breast cancer and all that kind of stuff, the science was very flawed, and it scared a lot of doctors and women away from bioidentical HRT.
It
And
scared me. Yeah.
our, our age group has suffered. Now the women in their 50s and younger, they're going to be set up okay. They're
Yeah.
gonna get the benefits of it. But like 60s and older, we got screwed, so to speak. So anyway,
Yeah. Talk, use your voice. If
yeah,
something doesn't feel right, discuss it with a friend. They might be going through the same thing.
right.
I was just telling Kim, I saw Drew Barrymore talking about it with Valerie Bertinelli, and someone else was going through something and they heard it and they're like, "Oh my God, I thought there was something wrong with me. Like I was getting dementia because I had brain fog."
Hmm.
Well, it wasn't, it was menopause.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah,
talk to people. You're not losing your mind.
right, right. So, so number 4 is about wellness, and wellness includes nutrition and exercise. And Robin and I are strong believers of eating for your hormones, your hormone health. We need, healthy proteins. We need healthy fats, because actually our hormones are built, and we need a healthy cholesterol. That's a whole nother thing we can, another thing that's been oh, taken it, given the wrong information out. And then also nutrition is so key. Weight training, strength training is thebomb.com for women our age. We have to strength train. Sorry, my husband's printing something off the printer. Hope you can hear
I
that.
don't hear it. We don't
Okay,
hear it.
good. So anyway, strength training is the secret sauce to aging, with a stand-up posture, with strength and empowerment, and being able to be functional and doing all the things that you want to do into your 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and not become frail. And so I will preach that off the rooftops forever, because we cannot not stop. We cannot stop strength training. We must continue to strength train no matter what.
And the heavy, like Kim said, like that's how I teach my classes now. You know, you know more, you do better.
Mhm.
And my classes, I have ranges in there from 35 to 75, and I make them all push themselves. They might start
Good.
with 5 pound, they go up to 12 pound. And it is amazing how strong these people are. I am so proud of them. And yes, because we lose that bone
Yep.
density and we lose our muscle strength every decade,
Mhm.
so much more percentage. So it's so important. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
with you, Kim. I
Yeah.
get all excited about that lifting weights.
I know. It's my favorite. It's my
And you're
favorite.
not going to bulk up. We're not
No, no.
bulking up. We're just strong. I can lift heavy things. I mean, I
Yeah,
can.
you can. And I love
And
that.
you can. And we've both had shoulder surgeries.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So we've come back from that. So I've gotten stronger
Yep.
since my shoulder surgery. So, and then number 5 is about resilience. So you want to talk about that, Robin?
So, for me, resilience is kind of like what I talked about earlier. Um, you might get put down and stop something, but don't doubt the fact that you are resilient. Women, especially, are resilient. I feel like, I mean, men, I love men. Well,
Me
not men. I
too.
love my husband and I love my boys, they're men, but there's something about women. It's like we just have that extra oomph, and we do have the resilience. I mean, Kim and I talked about coming back from injury.
Mm.
I'm going to be going through another surgery here next week, having my knee replaced. And guess what? I get to be resilient again. And I know that I'm going to do it and I'm going to come back better from it. So dig deep and use inside of you to accomplish your fitness, your
Yeah.
nutrition, your wellness, your overall wellness, so that you can take care of you, but you can help take care of those around you as well, and live a long time. That's what I feel about resilience. What about you?
So resilience, I agree with you. And I feel like it goes back to empowering yourself to not give up
Yep.
because things happen to us. Life throws us things, whatever, shoulder surgeries, knee surgery coming up. I mean,
Yep.
things like that are things out of left field that you're never, and didn't anticipate. But being able to bounce back is is a gift. And so realize that you can bounce back. And that bouncing back may look different than before, but
Yep.
it still can get you to a better place. So I,
Yep.
again, don't give up and think that you can't do it. So
Right.
yeah.
So, you know what, ladies? Celebrate today. And if maybe you've been teetering on, you're not sure if you can do this thing called wellness and fitness and nutrition, let today be your start, because Kim and I believe you can do it. We know you
Absolutely.
can do it.
Yep.
So make this your start. Don't give up on yourself, and take care of yourself and be the best you can be.
Yep. Absolutely.
All
And we
right.
just want to say have fun and live young, and we'll see you next week.